just wanted to shoot a very quick video to say that, like, I'm kind of starting to understand what God is doing in my life, and it's pretty profound. I had so much fear in my psyche, like buried in the subconscious of my psyche. And it was fear that if anything ever happened, I would forget the teaching, I would forget who I really am, and I would fall back into separation. That was always my biggest fear. And so what happens when you're really afraid of something? Well, God wants you to purge that fear from your psyche, from your consciousness, because it's not compassionate, it's not loving to have that fear embedded in your subconscious, and it takes a lot of energy. It's like having a program open and running on your computer that takes up a lot of space. So I believe God took from me what I was afraid of losing the most. And now I can honestly say, beyond all shadow of a doubt, based on the path that God put me on, I can honestly say beyond all shadow of a doubt that I am not afraid of death anymore, and I am not afraid of losing anything anymore, because I know that I literally can't. My experience of oneness and my experience of being at one with God and myself and my spiritual community in heaven and everything, like, it's so strong that, like, the illusion used to feel really powerful, and it doesn't feel powerful at all anymore. And that's a really, really big accomplishment spiritually. I know it's February 27th, 2022, by the way. Important information. I know beyond all shadow of a doubt now. I was just driving home from work and I could feel it in my being, in my psyche. I literally was like, I don't have anything to worry about, and I never will. Because even if the teaching were taken from me, I would manifest the same thing in a different way. Even if something were taken from me, I would manifest the exact same thing in a different way. I'm always going to manifest to me the content of my consciousness and my psyche, and that is something I have complete control over. And so it's really, really empowering to know that you create your own reality, and it's really, really, really empowering to know that you manifest every single facet of your reality and experience to you. That is so powerful. That kind of information, like, sets you free, and that is the whole point of Jeff and Shaleia's work. And even though I've been a student for years now, and even though I was in live classes, I didn't, things take time to seep into every aspect of your awareness and really totally transform your life. And so I think that it's really important to honor everyone's unique journey. And it may look like someone's taking a really long time to get it, and it may look like they're like an idiot or like a fool, but that's just not true. Because I can say from my own experience that I really understood the teaching on a certain level. And then God took me deeper. And it's always God who's going to take you deeper. And only God knows how to take you deeper. And it might look very different. It might look like you're losing everything. Or it might look like you're gaining everything. But God is the one who knows what order of operations and what path is going to ultimately serve you the best. And Jeff and Shaleia are channels of that, and they do their part. And so I was really not happy earlier this afternoon. I was at work. I work at an assisted living facility for elderly people with dementia and Alzheimer's. And I was very unhappy at work because I felt like I was missing out on the ascension. I often have this upset where I'm like, I'm stuck in a muggle job. I'm really unhappy. I'm missing out on doing what I'm supposed to be doing. And I felt really lost. And I was waiting for one of my residents to go to the restroom. And I was sitting on her bed, giving her privacy. And it just felt really hot in her room. And so I got up to close her blinds in her room. And as I was closing her blinds, I turned my head and she had a picture on her wall, a beautiful picture on her wall. And at the bottom it says, "Love never fails." And I stared at it, and it impacted me so deeply. Love never fails. And she has tons of ornaments in her room, this person. And that is the one that I tuned into. She has so many other pictures and hangings with different sayings and different things on it. But the one that I tuned into is the one that said, "Love never fails." And it's because that's what I'm choosing. That is the teaching I choose. That is what I choose to follow and what I choose to believe in. And I was reminded of the Church of Union prayer that says, "Follow the teachings of union with God wherever you find them, and purify your consciousness into perfect union with your Creator." And today, where I found the teachings of union with God was on this woman's wall in her room, and I was at work. And one of my other residents was upset earlier because she was missing church service, and I felt upset that I was missing church service as well, because we have to work every other weekend, and so I'm working today. It's a Sunday, and I was upset that I was missing church, and my resident was reflecting this back to me. And she was saying that she was upset because she took a nap and she felt like she missed her church service. And I said, "It's okay that you needed to rest." And she looked at me very sternly and she said, "I don't think the Father would be very happy about that." And, I felt my feelings about that, and I could feel, I think she might be Catholic. I could feel guilt trying to set in. And then I was processing that about how I was missing my church too, because I'm working on a Sunday. And I felt my feelings about that, and I loved myself there. And then a couple hours later, I had the experience I just talked about, where I saw the "Love Never Fails" sign in my residence room. And I was like, okay, follow the teachings of union with God wherever you find them. And so it doesn't matter where you're working. It doesn't matter what you're doing, because Jeff and Shaleia's work is meant to permeate the entire consciousness of the planet. And it already is the consciousness of the entire everything, universe, planet, everything. And so getting in touch with the consciousness Jeff and Shaleia are sharing is about getting in touch with the truth of reality. And it actually is all around you. You may think that the Matrix is all around you and the illusion is all around you. But if you're choosing to tune into that, it's like a radio station, and that is all you will see proof of. But today, I made the choice to be with God and to be with the teachings of Unionism. And I found it right there where I was at work. It was right there. I just had to tune into it. It wasn't away from me. It wasn't apart from me. It wasn't far. I just had to tune into it. So, yeah, I think that's all I had to say. I no longer feel afraid of death. Working with old people will do that. Will will do that. I'm no longer afraid of losing something or losing anything, because the permanency of God and my relationship with God and my relationship with my twin flame and myself and my soul family and my conscious, my awareness, it never goes away. It never ends. And I can say that with full confidence. And that is why my path has looked the way it has looked. And it's okay if I haven't understood it a lot of the time. And it's okay that it looks like it might look really bad from the outside, or maybe from someone's perspective who isn't me. But I'm the one who has to live my life, and I'm the one who is receiving these lessons, and they're so valuable to me that I wouldn't trade them in. So throat chakra clearing. Speaking my truth, because I'm not ashamed of my path. It's beautiful and it's perfect for me, and I have so much beautiful healing to share about it, and so I'm gonna keep doing that. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.